Hello, everybody, and Jess here, and welcome back to Magia Record Season 2, Episode 8, which makes it the finale, technically the finale of this season. And I don't have much hopes that much will be explained. I don't have much hopes that it will be a finale. Something big might happen, sure, but I guess that would be as far as my expectations go. Because we still have 4 more episodes in the shape of Season 3, so those will probably, hopefully, maybe actually bring some answers. Hopefully. I'm gonna stay on the side of hopefully, I guess. But yeah, previous episode. What happened in a previous episode, in episode 7? Everybody found each other. We are now all in same group, except I guess who's staying with Mitama? Rena and no, not Felicia. Rena and someone are Momoko, I think, are staying with Mitama. Yeah, and of course Kade turned into a doppel, so she doesn't count, but the Madoka group and the Iroha group are both together. Got both together. In the meantime, Mitama got a little bit of a change of heart. She talked a little bit with Yachiyo, and she decided that, you know what? I'm gonna do something after all. I'm gonna try at least. I'm gonna try to do something. No, sorry, that wasn't Mitama. What am I talking about? That was Mifuyu. That was Mifuyu. And she went to Mitama to ask for help. Yeah, because Mitama is the the person who can manipulate their soul gems, and she's taking care of the doppelized girls, so maybe she knows how to Usawa Mami and Tsuruno. That's the hope, at least. Yeah, that was the hope. We get some backstory on Mitama. We know that she wanted to be a magical girl, she wanted to help people, she wanted to be the force of good, yada yada yada, but her power turned out to be a purely support power. She has 0 combat ability, she would turn into a witch immediately after entering combat, essentially. She can only manipulate soul gems, so that's what she started doing, that's what she was doing for the longest time. And then she decided, because Momoko? Yeah, Momoko said that she will share the burden with her, because Mitama talked that, oh, it's a huge burden because I've seen so many magical girls who turn into witches and I was witnessing that, etc, etc, etc. So now they are the bestest of friends, and Mitama decided that she will try to do something. She's gonna try to do something about Kaede. She opened the crystal ball and freed Kaede. What's she gonna do about it? We don't know. She's gonna try to do something though. And she figured that you can save Tsuruno and Mami by trying to connect with them. Because connection is only possible with magical girls, not with the Uasa. So if you connect with that merger creature, with that amalgamation, only the magical girl part will be connected and the Uasa part will be discarded. That's the theory, at least. The stipulation being that you have to have a full and proper and like perfect image of the person in your head, in your heart. Because if you don't, then the parts you don't know of, the parts that are askew in your image, they're just not gonna be separated, they're just not gonna be freed, and you're gonna end up damaging the magical girl, you're gonna end up damaging the entire Uasa, or as we've seen, you're gonna end up damaging the entire amalgamation. Yachiyo tried to connect with Tsuruno, with Uasa Tsuruno, and it failed. She blew up, and now Tsuruno Uasa is just mangled, bleeding, stumbling around. At the same time, Sayaka tried to connect with Mami. Thankfully, Madoka noticed what happened to Tsuruno and stopped her, so Mami is still undamaged. Now, we don't know what caused that damage. Is it because Yachiyo's image of Tsuruno isn't as ideal, as full as she believed it to be? Maybe Tsuruno was having some secrets from everybody. Maybe something else. I don't know. Is it Mitama's method that's not fully worked through and not fully actually working, right? Is it because it's just impossible to have someone's perfect image in your mind? Is it because something else entirely? We don't know. But it's a problem. It's an issue. And also another issue is that Kuroe apparently has a girl in her shadow that talks to her. What? And of course, the Walpurgisnacht is coming, so that's also a big problem. And we're not gonna get to Nemu and Toka unless we go through Tsuruno and Mami, and we're not gonna be able to bring them back to being themselves if the method Mitama gave us doesn't work. So do we just fucking kill them? Or do we try again? Or what do we do? It's like being between a hammer and a hard place, isn't it? A lot of tension for sure. So, in today's episode, I don't know exactly what they're preparing for the finale of the series as a whole. I don't think in this one singular episode we're gonna fight Embryo Eve and the Walpurgisnacht. Probably not. I don't think that's enough time to get to that point and then go through the fight and then deal with the fallout. Probably not enough time. So I would assume that's what the third season is about. So probably my assumption is that in today's episode we actually deal with Tsuruno and Mami somehow. Whether it's by reverting them, or by killing them, or by some wholly another way, remains to be seen. But it has to be done in order to even continue on the quest, continue trying to save... Who, actually? Save who? Besides Ui, but that's just kind of been sidelined. But that's a good question. Save who? Magical girls? They don't need saving. They're perfectly fine with the Doppel system. Save humans? Maybe. I guess that would be one way to go about it. I don't know. We'll see. Everything is grey. Everything is muddled. Everything connects to everything else and nothing goes right. That's just a dog-eat-dog world, as they say. Yeah, I guess that's it. I guess those are my expectations for today's episode. And how about we just watch and see what it actually is, right? To do it, you will of course need your subs to follow along with me. I'm gonna need my sound to hear what's going on in the show. And I'm gonna have to ask you for support the channel if you want monetarily on Patreon or YouTube down below, or not. Share my content, spread the word, it costs you nothing and helps a lot. And with that, we can start watching episode 8, the finale of the second season of Magia Record in 3, 2, 1, go. Also, you can start watching season 3 on Patreon probably right now or within a few hours of this episode airing. If you want. She is, but what about Tsuruno? Okay, connection was refused. So it's not that she failed, it's that it was refused. Is it because Tsuruno has beef with Yachiyo? Or why? Oh, and there is also the witches. Well, go and fight him yourself then. I would like to pose that question as well. What's up with Kyuubey there? Why? Gotcha. Who can understand her then? Who does have a full image of her? That's a very good question, isn't it? Was there someone like that? Someone she was particularly close to? Not really. I guess. No, she hasn't been that long with Felicia running the restaurant, so it couldn't be Felicia. One of the previous housemates, maybe, who isn't Tsuruno. I don't fucking know. I have no clue. Has to be Tsuruno. She's her oldest friend who is present here. So unless we get a childhood friend ex machina right now, there is no better person than Tsuruno. Sorry, than Yachiyo. There's no better person than Yachiyo to help Tsuruno. I know, man. I don't know. Stereo sound? Witch's Labyrinth? Yachiyo's Labyrinth? Doppel Labyrinth? Mm-hmm. It's interesting that we're getting it like almost completely unprompted. Like, okay, it was kind of alluded to that they have some like old beef with each other, but I didn't think it would be like a driving plot of this big of a storyline. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's the image of Tsuruno that Yachiyo has. The very Genki girl. No problems, everything's going well, everything's gonna be daijobu. Mm-hmm. So it was her parents' place. And that's when the group was wiped. And only Yachiyo survived, right? No, just Mel. Right, because Momoka and Mitama are still and Mifuyu are still alive. Right. Mm-hmm. Of course, a ton of regrets. And also that misunderstanding. Oh, they think I'm a nobody then? And that's why she insists on being the strong. On being the strongest, sorry. Right. Then Mifuyu disappeared, and of course, it's because I wasn't strong enough. Mm-hmm. Right, Kaede and Rena. And she just became completely alone. So if we are inside of Yachiyo's mind right now, then it really seems like she does have a proper image of Tsuruno, but just didn't want to admit to it? Or is it a weird amalgamation of Tsuruno's and Yachiyo's memories? Right, that's why she created the Genki girl persona. So could it be that because of this little theatrical play, it will be Iroha who gets a proper understanding of Tsuruno, and it will be her who connects and saves her? Certainly seems plausible. I love this track. I love this music. Right, there's only so long that you can pretend to be strong, isn't it? That's why people who are really happy and Genki on the outside, it eventually turns out that, oh, well, they've been depressed for the past 15 years. That's why they killed themselves. Right? Yep. Yep. That's like exactly it. That's exactly what's going on here. Except the, like, unaliving herself part. But yeah, if you pretend to be strong long enough, it wears you out. And eventually you just don't have the strength to pretend anymore. And you just crumble apart. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is either, to be perfectly honest with you. Oh, so she willingly subjected herself to it. Okay, interesting. So she's kind of like Mami. Yeah, I guess that explains why Tsuruno and Mami both became the Uasa. Right? Because they both have a very strong desire to save magical girls. Yeah, that explains why those two. So it didn't fail this time around. At least her bones are no longer broken, so that's good. Chances are if they connect now, then she's at least not gonna be, mortally wounded. Hello, Felicia. Yeah, you really are no different, are you? You're also, like, pretending a lot. I wouldn't go that far, but sure, okay. Yeah, now you've literally been inside of her mind. I said it in a previous episode, right? That unless you are able to, like, live in someone's head, you can't get an understanding of them. Well, they lived in her head for a moment. Yeah, okay, let's maybe not modify her. Aight? Let's bring out the real Tsuruno. Yeah. The true real Tsuruno. The full image, the good and the bad and everything together. Triple connect? How lewd. Oh, thank you for your support. Hello, Mifuyu. So, are Rena and Kade here as well? And no, Mitama is not a combatant, so probably not. Shield and hammer gives you bolas. Okay. That's a combination. Yeah, that's gonna be a triple connect. Mm-hmm. She just felt that she needed to. Yeah, that's gonna be a triple connect. Damn. Are they going to defeat the Walpurgisnacht by just becoming a Megazord? All of them combining together? Not gonna lie, that would be kinda dope. Like the huge gauntlet in fucking Symphogear, right? That would be kinda dope. And of course, it's a success. Good job. Hopefully, you have a full picture of Mami. Is she though? Is she though? Do you truly have a full picture of her? Watch it explode. Also, maybe don't attack her soul gem. Oh, fucking quintuple connect. Why don't we? Okay, so it worked. Good. Ooh, two protagonists are connecting. That's gonna be big. Fucking crossbow bow. Fucking ballista. Okay. Alright. That's hype. Hello, you. She's apparently like important in the game somehow. Cool, I like her design. I'm glad she's important. You're good now, that's what matters. What for? Yeah, sure. I guess. Not all. But sure. Most of you are together again. Okay, so when is defecation hitting the ventilation? Is it not? Nah. Nah. What happens if she goes back to Mitakihara? Okay, what happens to Embryo Eve though? Is she just going to be released like a fucking Gojira right now, or... Oh, and there's also, sure, Kuroe and Darth Kuroe, I guess. Right, Iroha has some sort of a restorative power, right. So what's gonna happen to Kuroe? Doppelization is what's gonna happen, I would wager. Different how? Is Kure like a witch that was turned into a magical girl? Like the opposite? Is she like part witch? Or what's different about her? How? You're not strong. Well, thanks for the motivational message. That's a good approach. Yeah. Oh? Okay, so Iroha solo. Why did Nemu close the door? She... Oh, I thought she just doesn't remember Iroha. Okay, so Nemu remembers her. Why doesn't Toka? Like, I get not remembering Ui, But Iroha? Okay, explain please then. Hello, Kyuubey. Are you on Nemu's payroll? Memories about Ui were sealed or something? Inside of Kyuubey? Is Kyuubey Ui? Zawardo. She's gonna reappear? No. Okay. Sure. So I guess the last 4 episodes are going to be about just about Ui. Alright. Sure. I'm fine with that. I'm perfectly fine with that, actually. A plot point that was sidelined for this long is actually gonna get the spotlight. Good. Good, good. Surprisingly, like, positive episode, all things considered, if I'm to be honest with you. I fully expected shit to hit the fan harder. Like, okay, sure, Kuro is having an edgy emo phase. Right, okay, that's like whatever. She had like 3 minutes of screen time in total, so who cares? But overall, right? It's a positive ending. Sorona has been saved. I fully expected her to die. Mami was saved. I fully expected Sayaka and Madoka to actually not have a full picture of her and for her to die. Everything just worked out, all things considered. To be continued. Yes, we know. Yes, we know. Please tell me that this season dropped without any info about season 3 ever coming. And season 3 came out after like 7 years from this episode or something like that, because that would be fucking hilarious to end on this episode. But yeah, let's watch this one again. How about that? Tsuruno is the strongest. Yeah. Tsuruno is the strongest, that's why she's okay. That's the lie she's been saying. And we have a combined mind. And this is just essentially a very, very elaborate scene telling us that no, Tsuruno was not in fact the strongest. Tsuruno was only pretending to be the strongest because she believed that because of her weakness, their friend died. And then she just kept pretending to be the strongest because at every sign of being rejected was her believing that, oh, I need to grow stronger so they don't reject me. Oh, I need to grow stronger to to be their friend. Oh, I need to grow stronger so that nobody else dies. And in general, it kinda, as I said, good summary of someone who's just been depressed for 15 years and then you find them hanged in the barn or something, and nobody ever knew because they were really good at pretending. But eventually they just didn't have enough strength to pretend anymore. And they just needed an out. It really, really feels that way. That Tsuruno was pretending to be the strongest all this time. I am going to call you back, excuse me. Yeah, she's been pretending, and then eventually she was way too tired of pretending. And then a chance showed itself to actually grow stronger with forbidden magic and whatnot, but yeah, to actually grow stronger and to actually protect everybody, right? We are doing it for the good of magical girls. If we do it, no magical girl will ever have to die. You will save everybody if you help us. So of course she agreed. And I can see something very similar happening with Mami. A promise of being a savior to magical girls. Doesn't matter how. The methods, it's like whatever, do whatever you want with me. If I can help your cause, that's fine by me. So that was ultimately Tsuruno's out, the way that she managed to like deal with her need to be strong, deal with her feelings of inadequacy and stuff like that, right? Makes perfect sense. Actually makes perfect sense. All this time I was really questioning why was it Tsuruno who was turned into an Uasa? Why her? She seemed loyal to her friends. Why would she betray them and go with the Magius? Well, that's why, because I didn't know her either. Just like Yachiyo's image of her was that she's that Genki girl who never has any issues with anything, that was my image of her as well. Oh, she's just positive, she's just happy-go-lucky, you know, she's always smiling, there's never any problems to her, she's super strong. I believed it as well. I didn't have a full image of her either. Cool. Cool. Really, really cool. That I really like how, in retrospect, it makes sense. The explanation that it was just a facade actually makes sense. And at the same time, it was not really foreshadowed to the viewer that she has depressive episodes or is just fucking depressed constantly and under an enormous pressure from herself. At least I didn't see any signs of it. Perhaps after a rewatch you can see her reflection in a glass not smiling or some shit like that, probably. But at a glance, I didn't see any of that. So this came as a surprise, but at the same time, it was explained in a way that made sense, that it didn't feel like a retcon. Good work. Good job. Good job. And I guess that was half the episode. Yeah, there was really a lot of time spent on just showing her backstory. How badly she took the death of her friend and the whole persona that she created. Yep. What's in those photos? There we go. Oh, I guess Iroha is also here, and a lot of Tsuruno. Yeah, how long do I have to keep being that way? I'm so tired. I'm so tired, boss, right? I need to be an example. Exactly. More cheerful, more energetic, stronger. Stronger still. Even happier, even more energetic. And it wears at you. I'm not entirely sure what this was about. This is when I killed a witch. I guess that witch was who Mel turned into? Question mark? No, because her soul gem was destroyed. So she couldn't have turned into a witch, could she? This isn't what you think, it's not. Yeah, I'm not sure about this part, I guess. Is Tsuruno seeing a false past, a false memory of her killing Mel Witch? Or what's going on here? I'm not sure. Nothing is different. I like how her eyes look like a darkened soul gem. Yeah, like darkened soul gems. And yeah, that's why she joined Magus. Yep. So now we have a full image of her. Thankfully, she was able to heal so that Tsuruno's body will be healed as well. Stop holding it in or you'll never be able to stop for the rest of your life. Yeah. I forced Tsuruno to be strong. It was my fault. I'm not entirely sure. Why is Yachiyo taking the fault here? Why is she believing that it was her fault? From what we've seen, I don't think she did anything bad. I guess maybe she forced Tsuruno to be alone. I guess that was it, right? Because she secluded herself in the boarding house. Tsuruno was sent to Banbanzai to be the ward of the ward, and Momoko went on to train Rena and Kaede, and Tsuruno was just left to her own devices when she needed her friends the most. Yeah, okay, gotcha. That makes sense. That makes sense, actually. You understand her now? Yeah, probably the only way that you can understand someone, to be inside of their head. Then again, neither Madoka nor Sayaka were inside of Mami's head, and they were able to turn her, so sure, whatever. Nice scorpion there, Homura. Mifu is here. Momoko is here. Momoko seems very happy. Yeah, she's all smiles, so I wonder if Kaede's treatment is going well. Right? It's kind of giving me those vibes that maybe Kaede has actually a chance to survive. That would be nice. Combat, really nice combat. With, of course, a combined flying spear, because why not? And the triple connects. Is it... Does it have a precedent here? I think it's unprecedented, a triple connect. Actually, how is it in the game? Can more than 2 magical girls connect? Or is it always couples? Is it always pairs? Or can there be actually a three-way connection, or 4-way connection, or a 5-way connection, or whatever others? Big attack, connection. We're saying goodbye to Mel. We're saying hello to Sana and Felicia. It kinda sorta looks like they're replacing Mel. Not like in a bad way, right? And I see what they're going for here, right? Like, okay, you weren't able to help Mel, you weren't able to save her. Now we say goodbye to her, right? We deal with that, we deal with our loss, we went through the process of grieving, goodbye Mel, because we have new friends now, and we now can take care of them, we now care about them, we now can befriend them, we now can spend time with them. Something along those lines. But it really seems like she was just fucking replaced. From just the, like, visuals. But I get what they're going for here. And yeah, saved. Meanwhile, yeah, Sayaka and Madoka can see that it went well, so they are also trying to do the same. Come back, Mami. Sayaka gets the best fucking action shots, doesn't she? She really does. Oh, and it's a blunt sword. Or blunted, at least. Like, look at those frames, right? This smear, this, like, impact frame, this another impact frame so quickly, this close-up smear. She's getting the best action scenes. I was genuinely afraid that it's just not going to work with Mami. That Mami is just fucking destined to die. That Sayaka and Madoka thought that, oh, but we know Mami, we actually know her. And it turns out that, fuck all, you know her. You have no idea about her. And you aimed for her soul gem, and it's gonna crack, and she's gonna explode and fucking die. At every step, I was expecting some tragedy to happen. We can't have it too happy in Madoka. Can we, after all? Apparently we can. Apparently we can. And she was saved as well. And then, ballista time. Yeah, what you get when you combine a crossbow with a bow, you get a crossbow bow. With the flowers as well. Yeah, Madoka's flowery bow. Another really nice shot. And just like that, we didn't even need... Oh, I thought for a moment that it's our group because I just looked at hair colors. And I thought this is the two in the middle, that it's Iroha and Mami, or Iroha and Momoko, or someone like that. But no, those are completely different characters. some characters from the game, I assume, and here's the riding crop lady, who I think this is her first spoken line here. We did it! Yay! Everybody's together again. Supercell changed course. I really expected them to have to fight the Walpurgisnacht, but no, apparently not. We just destroyed the tower that was summoning her, and she just goes away. What's up with that, though? If Kaname goes back to Mitakihara now, are you implying that the Walpurgisnacht changed course and is now approaching Mitakihara? Is that what it is? Could we have just fucking escaped the Walpurgisnacht all this time? Could Homura have just, I don't know, proposed to Madoka that, hey, let's go for some vacation, right? Let's go to the next city over. Then they watch Walpurgisnacht destroy Mitakihara. They come back. Oh, good thing we were on vacation. The worst is over now, and Madoka just lives. Could that have been a thing that happens? Because that's what it implies. A really cool thing with those like two spotlights shining over those two separate groups. Iroha, I hope your wish comes true. And here we have Kuroe, who is again not tempted by the doppel, but rather like discouraged by the doppel. You're different than them. How? When I was weak, didn't you offer me a hand? I'm different. You were better off being forgotten. Naive thoughts can save you. Is it like a meta thing? I wouldn't be surprised if it's like a meta thing that Kuroe appeared in the first two episodes, I think, of the first season, and then never again, and she was forgotten by the audience. You were better off being forgotten. You were better off not being a part of the show. But because you are a part of the cast now, you have to suffer, you have to fight, you have to struggle. Is this a meta commentary? Because that would be dope if it is. And it kind of fits. Yeah, what's the deal with Kuroe? That person on the left doesn't look like Kuroe. Similar hair color, sure, but a different hairstyle. And she's also wearing all white with a pink stripe. Reminiscent to Iroha's clothes, I guess. Kinda, sorta. She doesn't look like Nega Kuroe. Has to be something else. Why try to be a part of this story? Yeah. Is it just a witch? Is it just a doppel? Or is it something else? Implies that she's different. Yeah, okay. What's up with Kuroe? Fuck it. I know. Kuroe is half witch. That's the best I can come up with, I guess. Kuroe is half witch slash has another Meguka inside. The thing, the character, talks about being saved, so maybe Kuroe saw a magical girl who was on the brink of dying, and she said, oh, let's merge our soul gems, or something like that, and that's what's gonna save you. Actually. Actually, though. Kuroe merged her soul gem with someone else's. Actually plausible though. And then we have the after credits scene. Everybody's running in, but not everybody makes it in because Nemu decides who can get in, and it's just Iroha. Interesting, very interesting that Toka doesn't seem to recognize Iroha. Is Nemu the mastermind? Somehow. It really looks like Juve is an Uasa, right? Because the green characters. And those are their memories of their childhood. Can I spot Ui anywhere? I can see Iroha, Nemu, and Toka. I think I can see Ui. Yeah, Iroha is wearing her school uniform and Ui is wearing pink pajamas. Yeah, so Ui is here. So, Nemu sealed all memories of Ui inside of the Juve for some godforsaken reason. Uasa of the Eternal Sakura, yeah. The truth about everything. Embryo Eve appears on the screen for a reason. Absolutely sure it's for a reason. And then time stops. Hmm. Nemu. No. Ui was dying. Nemu made a wish that gave her her current powers. With those, she sealed away Ui, all that Ui is, including her very existence, kind of like cryostasis, being like a theoretical thing that you can go into. If you're like mortally ill, you can freeze your body, and perhaps in the future, when there is a cure for it, they can unfreeze you and cure you, right? Kind of like that. Nemu froze Ui in that way, inside of her book, inside of Juve, whatever, using her powers. That doesn't explain why Toka doesn't remember Iroha though. I guess maybe Nemu could also like selectively remove memories. That could also be it. They have that whole like memory museum, right? That they could use the powers of. Embryo Eve is shown. Could it be that Nemu planned on giving Ui a new body? That body being Embryo Eve? She was actually working behind Toka's back, not the other way around? I guess. Nemu used her powers to extract Ui from reality and store her because Ui was dying. Embryo Eve is supposed to help bring Ui back somehow. And of course, Nemu was working behind Toka's back. Those would be my running theories right now. And then we have Zawardo. For some reason, I'm still not sure why she froze the time. But she did. She certainly did. I fully expected Ui to just pop into existence, like slowly appear in the photo right now, but no. No, she's not here. Our goodbye begins. And straight cut to Eternal Sakura. Sure, in the ending, but still Eternal Sakura. Wilted though. And to be continued, of course. Cool. Cool. Actually a good finale. And it wouldn't be a proper finale on the channel if we didn't go through the theories, as we always do. Now it's not a finale technically, because we still have like 4 more episodes, but by all accounts it is a finale, so let's go through the paces, shall we? Where is Meguka? Helk Magia Record. There we go, let's start from the beginning. Iroha is timeline hopping. Probably not, but we don't know. Witches are good, at least some of them. Probably not, but I guess we don't know. Ui learns of what was the... right, Iroha wished for Ui to get well. Ui learns of what was the price, wishes she never existed, which wipes out her Iroha's memories, but not Iroha's Meguka-ness. Probably not, but sure. Yachiyo's friend got eaten by the chained witch, that's why she avoids friends now. Chained witch? I don't think so. Whatever, I'm just gonna leave it. Juvenile Kyuubey is Ui. Memories of Ui, perhaps, but not confirmed. Ui saw herself as a burden and disappeared herself. Probably not. Ui is the Kamihama witch. If I destroy all the witches, sister won't have to fight. Connected with Magius. We don't know if Ui has anything to do with Magius, but I think it's safe to assume that she's not any sort of a Kamihama witch. Because there's just no such thing. Mifuyu died a certain death, didn't leave a body. Well, we know that's false. Next. Kamihama is Ui's witch world. Could still be. Moth girls were Megukas who got brainwashed into joining Magius. Right, because some of the members of the Magius were shown as like witchy looking creatures. Some of the like white wings, so I don't know, do I confirm it, do I deny it? I guess yellow, because kinda sorta. Iroha's witch is Ui. Probably not, but sure. Iroha has 2 soul gems. Probably not. Ui left to Mifuyu heart-shaped soul gem. Probably not. Coordinator is sus. Kinda sorta. Kamihama is purgatory. Probably not at this point, but just in case, I'm not gonna mark it. Rumors Uasa have power and shape because the belief in them gives them to them. Egregor theory. Now we don't know fully how Uasa work, but they are implied to orange. But they are implied to be artificially created, and they gain power because their creators give them power. Rumors turn humans into artificial witches. Right, that was when rumors were like, and artificial witches were like two different concepts in my mind. Now I know that by both I just meant uasa. So no. Season 3 finale Ui reveal. Probably. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Anything can happen still. Doppel creates a copy of a Meguka that lives on while the original turns into the witch exoskeleton. No, that's not how it works. A fragment of the witch, of the Meguka, turns into the witch, into the Doppel. Kaede is mind controlled by Magus, just like Mami. I don't think she was mind controlled. I don't think there is any mind control going on here. Magus can change memories of Megukas to make them more inclined to join, or they're shown the future. Still could be a thing. I'm not entirely sure. Toka uses rumors, uasa, to generate entropy instead of resorting to using Megukas and witches. That's exactly what's happening. No, it's not. No, the fuck it's not. Kinda, sorta? I'm not sure, honestly. Sure, fuck it, I started with green, I'm just gonna use green. Whatever. Season 2 theories. Toka strayed from the OG Magus values, that's why Nemu works behind her back. Still unsure about that. It's heavily implied, but not outright stated. Toka is exploiting Nemu, or Nemu is not a magical girl. I think that one can be crossed out, because Nemu absolutely is a magical girl. Ui, Toka, Nemu worked their wishes together to create the Magus Doppel system. Probably not, but sure. Doppel takes over if used too much. Yes, actually. Continued where? Continued far. Continued here. Kuroe and Yachiyo work together. Kuroe lets Yachiyo into the headquarters. Kuroe let... She didn't... Did she lead Yachiyo or Iroha into the HQ? Kuroe. Yeah, Yachiyo. Yeah, she was with Yachiyo. Sure, and they do work together after they meet Juve. Sure. Iroha and the hospital girls were making up urban legends for fun. That's where rumors are from. Uncertain. Ui created the bubble around Kamihama. Probably not, but uncertain. Magus insignia turning black revokes the access to the Magus HQ and the whole membership. I guess it's heavily implied enough that I can mark it as true, and I don't think it's going to be addressed explicitly. Mitama is somehow related to Kyuubey's. Probably not, but let's leave it be. Ui was opposed to Toka's plan, so Toka disappeared her. Probably not, but sure. Iroha and Madoka combined attack. Somebody pick up the phone, because I fucking called it. Iroha is the key to undoing the Magus plan? Maybe. It's impossible to know a person fully, so it's impossible to separate a Meguka from the Uasa she's merged with? No, we know that it's not impossible, actually. It's wholly and entirely possible. Hard, but possible. And then there's the theories from today's episode, so let's leave it at that. Where does it start? There it is. Magia Record. Magia Record. Magia Record. Not a bad track record, I dare say. So. Good episode. Good episode. a lot of time was taken by explaining Tsuruno's backstory. And I guess it was visually interesting enough, kind of like dangling keys, to not make me bored. But when I was rewatching the episode, when we were going through it again, and I noticed that, oh shit, it was half an episode, kind of long. I feel like it could have been shortened, but only in retrospect. As I was seeing that, it was perfectly adequate, I guess. It works for a finale, right? Because we close a certain chapter, right? The Magius are largely not a threat anymore. The Walpurgisnacht is no longer a threat. We have Tsuruno and Mami back. Madoka's group is going back to meet Akihama, right? Everything, all those things are just kind of wrapped up. All those like immediate things, immediate threads are wrapped up. Now we enter the meat and potatoes of the real story here. What happened to Ui, right? It kind of seems like going with the timeline. We had the timeline of what happened to Ui, Magius. Oh shit, Magius. We wrap up Magius. What happened to Ui, right? The middle part of dealing with the Magius is kind of hugged by dealing with Ui, by trying to find out what happened to her, which is interesting. It's cool. I don't mind it. I guess we have another mystery. What the fuck is wrong with Kuroe? I thought we were gonna start getting answers. I knew fuck all, because we're getting only more questions. I hope we don't get many more. I hope they're not gonna end season 3 with like, what happened to Kuroe? Ooh, wait for the Magia Record Kuroe no Monogatari spin-off. Oh, that would be something, wouldn't it? A whole another spin-off that just deals with the mystery of Kuroe. That would be something. But yeah, this episode worked as an episode. It was entertaining. It was cool. It was way more positive than I thought. I fully expected someone to die. I fully expected something to go wrong. But ultimately, nothing really did. Like, there is vague allusion that, oh, when Homura and Madoka go back, then Madoka will die to Walpurgisnacht. There is the Kuroe thing, but overall, as far as the core is concerned, everything went surprisingly well. So good. Very un-Madoka-like, but good. But good, sure. It worked as a finale. For not a serious finale, but it worked as a season finale. Especially since we know that another season exists, and we can watch it, and we can see what happens. Just a reminder that it's probably gonna be on Patreon already, so go there, pay me $10 and you can watch it early. Or wait a week and it's gonna be up on YouTube, of course. Yeah, it was a decent episode. I was kind of afraid how are they gonna wrap it up, or rather, whether or not they're gonna wrap it up even. I was afraid that they're just going to do essentially a split core where they're not going to wrap up anything. It's just going to be treated as yet another episode, and season 3 starts with a fight with Walpurgisnacht or something. But no, they actually treated this season as a season, and it got a proper ending, albeit with some dangling strings left that we will pick up in season 3 though, so it's not really a problem, is it? Anything else that I would need to say about this episode? I wonder. I don't think so. Yeah. I think I said everything that needed to be said. Good episode. I like how it worked out. I really like that we are kind of just closing this chapter of dealing with the Magius largely, mostly, and that the last 4 episodes seem to be about the like the main drive of this show, the main drive of our protagonist finding the truth about Ui. And I'm gonna be waiting for it. I'm really gonna be, yeah, I really wanna know that. Believe it or not, I really wanna know the answers to the questions from the first fucking episode. About time, isn't it? But yeah, I guess that's gonna be it from me for today. But maybe you guys, maybe you guys have something more to add on the topic. If so, say so in the comments down below. What did you think of this episode, of my reaction, my theories, stuff like that? All about it down below. No spoilers, please. Spoilers can go to my Discord here, also linked in the description below. Open free to everybody, so feel free to join it. Like this video if you did, subscribe to be notified of future videos, not only Magia Record but also Sasaki to Pichan, Majo to Yaju, Shangri-La Frontier, Free Ren, plenty other shows coming in the future. Click the bell to be notified of when I go live, because I do stream sometimes. Support the channel if you want monetarily on Patreon, linked down below, where for $10 a month you get early access to non-seasonal shows like Magia Record, and for just $1 you get a role on the Discord and a place in the credits. You can also support me directly on YouTube, no third parties involved, via memberships, super thanks, super chats, stuff like that. And if you don't want to spend any money whatsoever, share my content, spread the word. It costs you absolutely nothing and helps the channel a lot. And with that, that's gonna be it from me for today. So as always, you guys do all the good stuff, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Cheers! And here's my wonderful Patreons: Kyuubey, Without a Net, The Group Survivor, Zayrainer, Akumaster, Dr. Walt, Marsh, Yukela, Fassel, and Hans Peter. And you can join them without having to be strong.